Yo, what's up everyone? This is Mighty Jimm, representing BlackOut Crew, and this is my BreakAdvice. Today I will show you some ways to create concepts out of your style.
Not recognize. BreakAdvice.
Everyone has his own foundation, and by foundation I do not mean 6-step, 3-step baby freeze. I mean your own way of moving, your own movements. So today we're gonna take away those movements, take them separately and make concepts out of them. Why we want to do that? First of all, it helps us to create movements in the moment while we are freestyling, and it can also help us with our creativity to create signatures in the long term. Let's start with an example. I will look at my style and the things that feel comfortable for myself. This can be simple movements. It doesn't have to be anything very technical and difficult. It's just movements that feel good to our body, they feel good to do, and since they feel good, they probably also look good. Let's say there are some moves that you use a lot because, like I said, they feel good in your body, and these are the ones that we want to focus on. For example, I use a lot of swirls, which is these movements of my leg, boom. Okay, so as you can see, like this movement is a lot in my breaking. Why? Because it feels comfortable and it feels nice. So what I'm gonna do with it, I'm gonna take this movement and I'm gonna start freestyling with it. So basically, I'm gonna take out of my moves the main ingredient of the move, which is this movement, and I will start freestyling with it in order to create a style out of it. So I can start freestyling, boom, see how it turns out, boom, and the more I do, the more comfortable I will get in it. Now, it is very important to understand that we do not want to take very basic concepts. We do not want to say like, okay, break with one arm, break with one leg. These are all good, but we want to go deeper into what our break is. I really want to see your style when I invite you to do this. So let's dive even deeper and find even more original movements in our dance. Another position that I recognize in my dance, for example, is this. Okay, so this position, it's not very classic. It just feels good on me, and that's why I choose it as an example. So I will start freestyling. Same thing with this position. And start to create. So basically, I like to do it with slow music. I really like to take my time with it, and I really like to do long rounds with it. So this gives me the time to think, and this really brings me in the zone. Because in order to create, we cannot do the things that we already know. So let's say I put a whole track 5 minutes, and the first minutes are just getting into it and taking out all the movements that I keep repeating. Okay, so I don't want to be repeating. So let's say I use a lot of this. Okay, next time I'm in this position, I will try to flip it. Okay, so every time I come to this position, I will not tell myself, oh no, I'm repeating, I'm messing up the concept. No, this is my opportunity to flip this position. Okay, every time you come to a position you're about to repeat is your opportunity to find something different. Next up, I can show you some more examples. Like I said before, you don't want to use classic stuff. I really want to see you in your style through this. One more thing that comes out in my style, I call it ghost threads. So ghost threads are basically considered whack, let's say, if you do like a thread and you don't grab your leg or whatever. But when you do it on purpose, as a concept, it can be fresh. So threads are not only in relation with your body, but they're also in relation with the floor. So let's say I create a gap, I can thread in many ways. Okay, I create a gap, I can thread. So here comes the concept of ghost threading. What I'm going to do the thread, but basically I'm not going to touch the floor. I'm not going to come in relation with the floor, but I'm gonna act like I'm doing the thread. All right, for example, let's take this one. So you can see I create the gap and I go in. All right, now let's add the ghost thread concept to it. I will create the gap, I will act like my hand is on the ground, but it's not, so it's like a fake gap, and I will go with it. So boom, kick, boom. So, as you can see, you can create some good effects. Not everything is gonna be a signature, not everything is gonna be super dope, but the thing is to do it for long. Do it for long, and you're gonna find some stuff that you like in it. So, you can record yourself, and you can find, you can watch it back and see some small parts that you like. The more you do it, the more valuable your movement becomes, the more you can use it as freestyle. So basically, if I black out in a battle or whatever, I can just say myself, okay, ghost thread concepts, and I dive into that. Or I can say this. Or I have another movement for my style. I call it puppet, where I either leave my upper body or my lower body loose. For example, like these positions, I will leave my lower body loose, boom. Okay, I will now leave my upper body loose, boom. So this is also a way to create interesting shapes. You can name your concepts to remember them, or to like have like a word that reminds you of this concept, and it puts you in the zone of the concept. So for example, when I say ghost threads, I immediately think of this movement. When I say puppet, I immediately think of this kind of movement. These are just examples. The thing is, what expresses you? What are you gonna take out of your moves, out of your breaking, and make it into a style? So, like I said, I want to see you do it with your own stuff, your own style. But how do you recognize what your style is? So basically, first of all, it comes through the years of breaking. You will start to feel the movements that feel good for you. You will start to see stuff that only looks and feels good on you, while for someone else it's something basic, and it will not look with the same form. And I believe that the way to reach it as fast as possible is to just take the things that you already have, like your signatures or whatever, and see what they consist of. Like, what characteristics does your movement have? Does it have like explosive characteristic? Does it have a lot of complexity? Does it have certain positions that feel comfortable? Like, take all those comfortable positions and take your strengths, extract them, and then make them as a concept and really dive deep into it. This was Mighty Jimm for BreakAdvice. B-boy online. Give the concepts time. Give it time to find your style. Peace.
Not recognize. Not recognize. BreakAdvice.